Prepared and connected. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay.
Happening in just hours, two Floridians, Pam Bondi and Marco Rubio, stand before senators. We're previewing today's action happening on Capitol Hill.
Loosening restrictions on short-term rentals, the changes possibly coming to Indian Rocks Beach, and the plan city commissioners are proposing.
Overnight liftoff. A look at why this morning's launch was extra special for both NASA and SpaceX. Good morning. I'm Caitlin Lockerbie. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay. Thanks for waking up with us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. I'm Jamison Euler. Today is Wednesday, January 15th. As you're waking up this morning, about to step outside, you'll notice it's cool out there, but not nearly as cold as what we were dealing with last week.
Yeah, I guess we'll take our licks on just, what is it, 50 degrees out there?
Yeah, that's not too bad. 40s in some spots.
Could be worse.
Meteorologist Amanda Pappas tell us a little bit more about that this morning.
I mean, I have to say, this keeps, because there's a full moon outside, this shot keeps this, I keep thinking that's the moon. It's a light on Bayshore, right?
Bayshore.
Yeah. But yesterday I was like, wow, look at the moon.
How shiny, how clear.
It's a street light.
Yeah, definitely a street light, but that's okay. We have clear skies, so you were right on par with that, Caitlin. Love ya. And we also see that because of those clear skies, that's why we're at 50 degrees. But I know the anchors were saying, hey, it's not that bad. Well, we're not done quite yet. We haven't reached the completely lowest temperature that we'll have this morning. So this 50 is going to drop a little bit by a degree or two. But right now, 50 degrees on Bayshore there, walking outside. Dew point, nice and dry. It is feeling really cool and crisp. Look at this, 43 over towards Crystal River, but hey, better than freezing. We'll take it, right? 49 for Wesley Chapel, 48 for Lakeland. And we do see that heading into the rest of the afternoon that we will get back to the lower 60s for today. So definitely cooler than we were yesterday and of course the days prior, but we are going to see a nice mix of sun and clouds, 0% chance of rain. But the roller coaster ride has not come to an end quite yet with those temperatures, but hey, at least it's nice and easy on your way into work. And speaking about that, we got to get you to work on time with Sarah Rosario. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Good morning to all of you as you wake up with us here on 10 Tampa Bay Wednesday. 5:02 is the time as we get a look over the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. A nice start to our morning ride. No big issues to tell you about. Keeping our eyes on roads across Tampa Bay. A lot of green we're seeing across our maps here. We do have some overnight road work, and that may slow some people down. This is here near I-4 as you're going to be getting by Nebraska Avenue. Lanes are reduced through this area. As you can see, construction work is underway. No big road weather hazards to tell you about. Our drive times across our bridges all up to speed. Courtney Campbell Causeway, Howard Franklin and Gandy Bridge moving very well at this moment. Jamison and Caitlin.
All right, thank you, Sarah. We're going to check back with you shortly. An update now to a story in Winter Haven we told you about 24 hours ago.
Yeah, this morning a man facing several charges, including manslaughter. Casually, right? Chip shots?
Yeah, the ball just keeps on going.
Get a little rock in there, whatever. That's fine.
No big deal.
Had some fun up there.
Yeah, exactly. So for today, we don't have any space weather here or anything. Yeah. At least we had a nice clear evening for that launch, right? Yeah. So those clear skies actually led to us needing the turtlenecks and being a little bit colder this morning. Yeah, and a full moon. There you go. Look, guys, Caitlin's on it this morning. She's like, So
Celsius is working.
Celsius is working. We love that. 50 degrees right now. We do see that the dew point is very dry at 34. So that is what is allowing our temperatures to bottom out and be very, very chilly this morning. So we do know that our temperature right now is sitting at 50. It is going to drop a little bit more and become cooler as we go throughout the day. And we do know that we are not seeing any rain outside, and it is going to stay that way. So much colder and drier masses overhead, and that's allowing for our temperatures to be very chilly, stepping up to 45 degrees for Lutz, 48 for Brandon, 45 for Dade City, a wider lookout. We see 43 for Crystal River, 47 for Frostproof, and 49 for Port Manatee. Today, we're hitting 64 for you, and we have mild temperature, nice mix, sun, some clouds there as well, and those winds coming in from the north still. So that's going to allow our temperatures to continue to remain cool. Heading into tonight, we're mostly clear. A couple clouds help to keep us on the warmer side of things, and by warmer, I'm not talking about too warm because we're still going to be at 49 for you. So cool temps, I would say, not anything too crazy, not too chilly. Then tomorrow we do see that a frontal system, now it's going to be dry, but the front will move through quickly, and that's what's going to allow us to remain cooler and actually take our temperatures down a couple degrees heading into Friday once again. So again, today, tomorrow, we are going to remain in this more chilly or cooler pattern where we are dry at least it's not humid. We deal with so much humidity throughout the summer, so happy to say that tomorrow we're going to continue to see, even with this front moving through, lower humidity and no rain chances really associated with it. Your marine forecast, because of how breezy we can get at times, that is going to elevate those Gulf wave heights anywhere from 2 to 4 feet. We do see that we have bays, they're choppy right now, so make sure, please, boaters, advisory right now, there is none. However, we want to make sure you are exercising caution as much as possible. But let's talk about the expected rain chances, what the weather story will be for our area. Here's what to expect for today. Thursday, we're going to be completely dry, right? Heading into Friday, we're looking dry as well. It'll be mostly sunny, beautiful, high pressure sort of day, a day that you want to plan to be outdoors. So plan something fun. Then a sprinkle or two, a couple few little baby showers moving through potentially Saturday. So our humidity starts to go up, right? And our temperatures are really starting to go up as well. And then heading into Sunday, a strong cold front will move through, and that's going to bring us our best shot at rain. And we do see that we're at 60% chance for rain on Sunday into Monday, 30% then as well for the following Monday. But you can see that cold front sweeps through, warms us up Saturday, Sunday, and then drops our temperatures into next Monday, Sarah.
All right, thank you so much. Looking at traffic, nothing big to tell you about as we get you out the door. Most of our Bay Area roads are clear, thankfully, as we start our Wednesday ride. Hope your day is off to a wonderful start. Not a big area of congestion that we can tell you of so far. We'll have a lot of green here along I-75, 301, Lakeland, Lake Wales. Everything here is up to speed. I don't even have any current crashes to tell you about. So a reminder to take it easy as you head out the door this morning. Slow down if you see construction workers out and about. That is probably the only thing that may slow you down some. There are some areas of Tampa Bay dealing with some overnight road work along portions of the Selman Expressway. You may see that along I-75 as you're getting by that Big Bend area. Checking in with Bradenton, US 301, Lakewood Ranch. All of your drive times look great right now.
Jamison Euler, Caitlin Lockerbie, meteorologist Amanda Pappas, and traffic with Sarah Rosario.
Welcome into 10 Tampa Bay. Happy Wednesday morning to you. Made it to the middle of the week. A chilly middle of the week, though.
Yeah, it's a little chilly out there, but not nearly as cold as what we had last week. We do have some 40s in our area this morning, though.
Yeah, and those temperatures are dropping a little bit, and we are going to see another front swing on through. I know everyone's asking me, Amanda, what is going on? When is it going to warm up? Well, I'm happy to say we do have a weekend warm up on the way, so just deal with the chillier temperatures for now. But you know what's interesting is that this map behind me, you can kind of see that blue spilling in there into some of more of our southern zones. So south of I-4 starting to feel the chill more this morning. 46 for Bartow, 49 for Riverview, but still more on the mild side for Sarasota at 53 degrees right now. We do see a live look outside showing us a pretty visit TampaBay.com sky camera of downtown Tampa at 50 right now. And we see hour by hour, don't you worry, we're helping you plan out your day. We get to the 60s, nice mix of sun and clouds, 0% chance for rain. So it should be a nice and easy drive back to work for today. So that's some good news for you. And speaking about your drive into work, good morning, Sarah Rosario.
Hello, good morning. 5:31. So glad you're with us. Hump day as you're going to be driving over any of our Bay Area bridges. No big slowdowns right now. Things are looking great across our area. A lot of driving free and happy, hopefully, as you're getting out the door. The US 301, 19, I-75, all looking good through this portion of Bradenton and Sarasota. I don't even have any current crashes to tell you about right now. So an easy start to our day. The only thing you might be contending with this morning is some overnight road work along portions of our Tampa Bay area roads. We've got it along the Gateway Expressway, also along portions of US 19, some exit ramps right now, Selman Expressway and I-75. Jameson.
All right, thank you, Sarah. If you're just waking up when you're filing this year.
And keeping our eyes on traffic across the Bay Area, and just like that, things change. 2 crashes now popping up for drivers through Hernando County. Heads up, State Road 50, Cortez, near Hospital Boulevard. And then another one also off Cortez. This is near Nature Coast. We'll keep you updated on these. Let's send it over to Amanda with our forecast.
Thanks so much for that update on the roads. Speaking about the roads, we have our buses, of course, bus stop forecast for you this morning for the kids. Make sure they're wearing a jacket. They're going to need it. It's chilly to start. And by this afternoon for the ride back home, seeing a nice mix of sun and clouds. We're less humid and a 0% chance for rain, but the roller coaster ride at temps, we have to continue it after the break. Whisper whispering your weather forecast. Requires the ASMR. No.
Let's get you to do. They like scratch the microphone.
They go like they scratch it.
Whatever it is.
It really is peaceful.
You do go down like the rabbit hole of those on YouTube, don't you?
It's so bad. Another way to waste my time throughout the day. I cannot do that. Deleting social media right in 2025. 50 degrees right now for your current air temperature. Dew point at 34. So definitely feeling like one of those mornings where it's cool. It's crisp to start, much cooler than it was yesterday. But hey, not as cold as we were last week. So we're thankful for that. But I would definitely wear a jacket as you're headed out. Make sure the kids have a jacket too. We do see that from this sky camera of downtown Tampa. We're completely clear and dry. So it just depends on where you're at. Of course, closer to the water, that can lead to it looking a little hazier. But right now we're sitting at about 54 West Chase as well. 48 for Lando Lakes, Wider Lookout, 45 for Winter Haven, 43 for Crystal River, and 53 so much more mild as we make our way down to Sarasota. Over the next 12 hours, here's the game plan. Our temperatures will continue to climb, of course, but they are going to be significantly cooler than they were just this past Monday and Sunday, realistically. So we are definitely feeling that cool down in full effect here in the 40s, gradually making our way to the 50s as you head into work. We'll be right at that 51-degree mark in most areas. And then heading into the afternoon hours, look at this. We do see that the low 60s are in play with dry conditions and low end humidity. So, hey, we are always happy whenever we could say low humidity, right? So we got to focus on the positive. And then also tonight, we are going to see that those temperatures are going to continue to go on down into the 50s. So that is something to make note of. We're going to see that the 40s come back into play, especially as we head into tomorrow morning. A weak cold front's going to come by. Now, could it have a stray shower? Potentially, but most of us are going to see that it's dry overnight. And we do see that this front realistically is a dry front, and what this cold front's going to do is just really keep our temperatures on the cooler side even as we head into tomorrow with more sunshine on the way. So what has been going on? Well, cold front after cold front, look, we really see that we've had some dry stretches of weather. However, we need some rain for those lawns, especially with fire danger season in full effect as we head into the next couple of months. Take a look. We're dry Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We could see a sprinkle or two for the kids' Gasparilla Parade. But realistically, I think that the parade's going to go off without a hitch. Maybe you see a stray shower quickly for about 10-15 minutes at best, and then you're done. Sunday is going to be the day where maybe you want to plan some more things inside for you and the kids, just because we do see that a strong cold front will move through, and that is what's going to cause a good amount of these rain chances. So here's your 7-day forecast for you. Today we're sitting at 64. Tomorrow we start off chilly once again, and especially into Friday, definitely seeing those temperatures take a little bit of a nosedive. For the kids' Gasparilla Parade, though, nice and mild, 74 degrees, Sarah, with only a sprinkle or two possible.
All right. We are following a couple crashes here for our drivers through portions of Hernando County. They're both off of State Road 50, Cortez Boulevard here, and Hospital Boulevard. And actually, this one's off of, it's also Cortez. So they're both off of Cortez. This one turns into US 98 once you're getting here. Cortez Boulevard, not far from 301 and Nature Coast. So heads up for my drivers. If you're going to be headed through this area, we're keeping you updated on this crash to let you know how it could be slowing down the roadways. The rest of our Bay Area roads are looking okay, getting you out of Hernando County into Citrus and Pasco counties. US 19 moving very nicely for us this morning. I-75, 301 as well. And then keeping our eyes on our Bradenton, Sarasota Drive. We're looking great here. Lakeland, good morning to you. Memorial Boulevard, not showing us any issues. US 92 and 98, all up to speed. And the right along I-4, only seeing some slight slowdowns right now as you're just getting out of Lakeland, not far from County Line Road, but no big delays along our Plant City roadways at this moment. Caitlin?
All right, if you are looking to get ahead of the official start of tax season on January 27th, the IRS announcing its free file tax software is available.
Yeah, you may be seeing lots of ads claiming you can file your taxes for free. Casey Decker verifies that this morning.
We're all looking to save money.
So now that the state failed to meet its December deadline to finish the homes, we asked Florida Commerce for the new deadline. We are still waiting for an answer. The Inspector General responded to Congressman Rutherford's questions about oversight of the grant money that Florida received from the federal government to help hurricane victims, and said that enhancing oversight of disaster recovery is one of HUD's top management challenges. Now, the letter goes on to say that they found grantees often experience difficulties overseeing their own programs and the programs of their subrecipients. You can read this full letter right now on 10tampabay.com/rebuild. Heather Crawford, 10 Investigates.
Thanks to Heather for that report right there. You can watch our Waiting for Rebuild special.
Top 10 list and why it's not a good thing.
New regulations are coming to your food, still ahead. The other big change the FDA is moving on that they believe will save lives.
Hey there, I'm Jamison Euler.
I'm Caitlin Lockerbie. Cases of dementia are expected to double by 2060. And for Black Americans, that number is expected to triple.
Wake up with us right here on 10 Tampa Bay as we go behind the headlines and deep dive into why this stat is so high for all Americans.
Plus, an up-to-the-minute look at your morning commute, and we're looking ahead to your weekend forecast. It's all new, happening live right here on 10 Tampa Bay starting at 5 a.m. I'm Caitlin Lockerbie. We've got a lot to get to this morning to help you start your day.
Yeah, and I'm Jamison Euler. You're waking up to a clear, crisp, and calm morning. Let's send it over to meteorologist Amanda Pappas for a breakdown of our forecast as you get ready to step out the door. Amanda?
Good morning to you. Those temperatures, they dropped overnight, and we are waking up much chillier this morning than we were yesterday. We're sitting in the 40s for majority of the area. Take a look. We're at 43 degrees for Crystal River, 45 for Brooksville, 50 for Tampa. Still looking a little more mild, thankfully, south of I-4 over towards portions of Sarasota. We're going to be sitting at 53 degrees. Good morning to you. So make sure you grab the sweater, the jacket. You need it. And out the door right now for visitTampaBay.com sky camera. We're at 50 and looking very pretty over downtown Tampa, where we're going to have the Kids Gasparilla Parade very soon. And we'll talk about that forecast along with helping you plan out this whole entire week, the rest of it, and into the weekend. We got a lot of changes coming at you, especially with temperatures. Over the next 12 hours, we do see our temps get to the 60s, but at least no rain on your commute into work. And speaking of the commute, good morning, Sarah Rosario.
Good morning. That's positive news. No rain as we get you started, getting in the car, riding out on this chilly morning. Hope your day is going well. It's Wednesday. Here's a look at a crash we're following here, US 19, 34th Street. It is reported as some fire department activity actually near 36th Avenue. So we're going to be keeping our eyes on that. You may be seeing some smoke in our area. Overall, looking at our Pinellas County roadways, a lot of green still. No big slowdowns to tell you about here as you're getting out the door, driving southbound from this area over the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. Our bridge is moving just fine right now. No big delays to tell you about. Keeping a look at our road weather hazards, I don't have any either. And it's a nice start to our morning ride. Here's a look at I-275. Easy start here as you're going to be headed through Hillsborough County. 275 and 75 clear from that Pasco area, northern apex, all the way down to the southern one. And then here's a look at the roads in and around Tampa International Airport. No big slowdowns here or crashes. A reminder, if you're going to be flying this morning, to check with your airline and make sure that everything's up to speed. Right now, just checking in with TPA, we've got 1 cancellation and 10 delays at Tampa International Airport right now, January 15th on this Wednesday. Guys?
All right, thank you, Sarah. An update now to a story in Winter Haven. We told you to be using satellite imaging. They have been to figure out when the first 2 fires even began, so they can kind of time that out, maybe even look at cameras in the area at the time. So they might have some evidence to work on there.
Yeah, there's a lot to consider, a lot of claims online, and obviously heightened emotions right now. They're still really under a massive warning. These Santa Ana winds have been a big part of the story, and they're still in a red flag warning right now.
And we're going to talk about that. Another Santa Ana wind event is going to take place. They have those gusty winds coming back. In addition to that, though, the key takeaway is that something small could spark a huge wildfire. And even us here in the state of Florida, you don't think about it, but we're entering wildfire season too. Exactly. So you want to clear all that brush around your home. All those things are helpful. But the one thing I got to say about heading into dry season is that it feels so good because those dew points are low. But those dew points being low, the dry soil, and the breezy conditions, that's what makes that fire danger potential higher. But for right now, we're in the clear. Dew point, though, definitely showing us that low humidity, 33 right now. We do see that your temperature is sitting at 50 degrees, and we do have those cars moving along. Traffic looks like it's going nicely. Clear skies there on Bayshore, really pretty shot, and we see our temperatures right now are continuing to drop. So we had a cold front I told you guys about that was moving through Monday into Tuesday, right? Now that front has left our area, and behind it much colder and drier air is moving in. 49 for Odessa, 46 for Fishhawk, 45 for Deed City, and 43 for Crystal River. Today we sit at 64, so definitely a little bit cooler than what we started with this week. A nice mix of sun and clouds is in the mix, and we also have mild temperatures. Tonight we will see our temperatures tumble back down into the 40s once again, mostly clear, a couple of clouds in there, but cool temperatures are expected for tonight. Into tomorrow, a dry cold front is going to swing through the area late into the evening hours, and realistically I would say overnight hours, tonight into early tomorrow morning. That is going to allow for us to be a little partly cloudy, and also seeing that we do have those temperatures sitting cooler still. So this dry cold front will move through, not bringing us big rain chances, but it just keeps our temperatures on the cooler side still. Marine forecast showing us that we do have very choppy bays, so please make sure to exercise caution because of how breezy we are. Our Gulf wave heights are elevated, but both today, tomorrow, and Friday as well, we are really dry. Look at Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Again, we are seeing this dry stretch of weather thanks to that cold front being dry as well. So that's going to continue to lock in the dry conditions. However, our dry conditions start to go away. Our next big weather maker, another cold front, will be moving through later this weekend. And ahead of it, we start to see that increase in moisture, right? The humidity goes up Saturday. We're going to feel much warmer. Everyone asking me, Amanda, what is going on? Is Florida broken? Well, guess what? Saturday we get warm, and we do see a couple sprinkles that'll be in the mix. But I know that's the Children's Gasparilla Parade. We do not need to worry about anything ruining or raining on your parade. But Sunday, that's the day I would plan for more of those indoor activities. Just a heads up, your high temperatures over the next 10 days, you can see when the fronts move through and when they move out. So out ahead of this next strong cold front, we warm up Saturday and Sunday, and then that front gets out of our area, and behind it on Monday, our temperatures drop right back down, and they're very chilly. You see that on your 7-day forecast, but I have to say today, really looking nice for the most part. Nice mix of sun and clouds, staying dry through Friday, and then 1 or 2 sprinkles for the Children's Gas Parade, and realistically, I mean, really nice on Saturday overall, and then rain comes back Sunday. Sarah.
All right, thank you, Amanda. Good morning. Getting a look outside right now, I-275, if you're going to be headed through this portion of Pinellas County, starting to get a little busy. Thankfully, drivers aren't really tapping on their brakes at this moment. Easy start to our morning ride here at 6:18. Also, keeping our eyes here on portions of I-4 where you may see some slow-moving speeds, especially as you're going to be headed westbound along the roads from Polk County into Hillsborough County. And then always we see some slowdowns as you're getting by that Davenport area, headed towards that Orlando drive. If you're going to be driving that way this morning, I haven't really seen any big slowdowns so far because of any crashes, but we are already seeing some delays along I-4 eastbound once you're getting past US 27. So heads up for my drivers if you're going to be headed towards that area this morning. The rest of our stop and go traffic is where I've been telling you about. We do have a couple of crashes we're following as well. 275 is starting to see some building traffic this morning southbound through Hillsborough County as you're getting by Bush Boulevard, Hillsborough Avenue, I-4 westbound, and then portions of I-4 is a little stop and go there as you're getting by Plant City. A closer look at our drive through Bradenton 75, looking good. 301, a fine ride for us this morning. And here's where we're already starting to see some red on our roadways here as we were exiting Lakeland, but the Lakeland roads proper all up to speed so far. Looking good through Winter Haven as well.
All right, thank you, Sarah. In just hours, a group of pilots will pick it out
with Jamison Euler, Caitlin Lockerbie, meteorologist Amanda Pappas, and traffic with Sarah Rosario.
6:30 the time on this Wednesday morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Caitlin Lockerbie.
And I'm Jamison Euler. We're getting through the week, halfway there now.
Halfway there.
Feeling good about that as you step outside this morning, or maybe waking up. Let's get you out the door with that forecast with meteorologist Amanda Pappas.
Happy hump day to you guys, halfway throughout the work week. So here's what to expect. We do see that temperatures are going to be running much cooler than they have been for the first half of the week. So we dropped to 45 degrees for Crystal River and 49 for Wesley Chapel, 50 for Tampa, and 53 for Sarasota. Seeing satellite and radar showing us a couple clouds, especially north of I-4, but no rain, thankfully. All the rain over towards the Panhandle. We are dry out the door. We're going to keep it dry throughout the day too. Nice mix of sun and a couple of clouds, and we do see that our temperatures only getting to the 60s for today. So temperature-wise, we're in for a little bit of a roller coaster ride, but one thing, a nice weekend warm up on the way. I'll show you how warm we get, and also at least there's no rain to bother you on your your commute. Speaking of the commute, good morning, Sarah Rosario.
Good morning. Hello. Hope you're doing well. Glad you're joining us here on the Bright Side 10 Tampa Bay. 6:31 is the time. Looking at our roadways, traffic is starting to pick up a little bit, but overall it's still moving pretty nice on this Wednesday. I-4 does have some stop and go areas, some drivers tapping their brakes, especially as you're going to be getting through portions of Plant City and then portions just past I-75 between I-75 and Malfunction Junction, that 275 connector. Looking at a wide view of our current crashes, we do have a couple popping up, and there is now a travel advisory in place over the Sunshine Skyway Bridge because of wind this morning. So take it easy as you're getting over the bridge, getting a closer look at some of the incidents that we've been following this morning. This one for drivers in Hillsborough County, not far from the vets. Linebaugh Avenue, a crash at Williams Road and some slow moving speeds southbound already along 275. Jameson.
All right, thank you, Sarah. We're going to check back with you shortly. If you're just
Good morning. And really, it's just a devastating situation. I have friends out there in California, and we want to talk to you about why LA is burning. These Santa Ana winds, what are they? Why should you care? Santa Ana winds, this wind event that is occurring actually right now, basically what happens is you have high pressure that builds east of the Sierra Mountain Range, right? That's where it begins. Then we see this air from that high pressure, right? It pushes down the mountains and is compressed, squeezed together, and that heats it up, right? That air becomes warmed. And then as it approaches the desert, then of course it's already warm, so the deserts dry the air out even more so. So then you have this dry, hot air traveling through the canyons right here. So that air squeezes through the canyons, creating even stronger wind speeds, and those winds are gusting at times potentially to 50 miles per hour. And so these winds create hot and dry conditions and a very high fire danger potential. And in this situation, we actually have a PDS from the National Weather Service, meaning a potentially dangerous, really just a potentially dangerous situation. And I would really say that right now, here's what we need to focus in on: the fact that we do have some more gusty winds to get through, unfortunately, over towards the Pacific Palisades today. So they are far from done in terms of the fire danger potential. And it's really just a particularly dangerous situation. The National Weather Service has deemed that. In addition to that, we have a red flag warning in place for a majority of Southern California at this time, with winds gusting again up to 50 miles per hour as we head into the second half of today. So we're going to have to stay tuned to see what happens. Remember, these strong winds are going to be what carries those embers and potentially starts new wildfires.
All right, thank you, Amanda. The House just passed a Republican-led bill banning transgender girls and women from competing in
roads this morning and keeping you informed. We do have this crash we've been following here. Linebaugh Avenue at Williams Road, slow-moving speeds on Del Mabry if you're going to be headed out there this morning through portions of Tampa, and 275 as well. We're back after the break.
I was crashed into
surface. Going back up there soon, so we gotta, start getting ready.
Apparently we're going all the way to Mars.
Yeah, lay the foundation first. Get up there, put your stuff up there. Send your suitcases there first. That's what we're doing.
And I'm sure in space it feels pretty chilly, just like it does down here right now.
Cold. People up north be laughing at us, but 53 degrees. I think we can all agree. Jacket weather.
A little eye roll.
It is for us.
A little eye roll from our northeasterners, but it's okay. 53 right now for you outside St. Petersburg. Sky camera showing us it's beautiful. Thankfully, we had mostly clear skies overnight for that launch, and we know those mostly clear skies has gotten us a very cool start. So overall, I would say today the major takeaway is that we are starting off chillier in most places than we did yesterday. Now, south of I-4, that's going to be that dividing line of the more mild temperatures versus the chillier temperatures. To the north, you got Zephyr Hills at 44. Meanwhile, Seminole and St. Pete Beach in the 50s, 53 for Sarasota, for example, and 45 for Crystal River. So overall today, what I want you guys to know is that we do climb back up to the 60s, of course, right? So we hit about 63, 64 degrees for you. And we do see that we are going to have a nice mix of sun and clouds, but realistically, I think throughout the day today, we are going to remain nice and dry, and also seeing that we have another cold front that'll be swinging through late tonight. So what does that do for us? Well, late tonight, we do see that the cold front will be moving through, and it's just a dry front, right? So it's going to help to keep our temperatures cooler for tomorrow as well. So seeing our highs will be around the same, and realistically, we are nice and dry for you. Marine forecast, because of how breezy it's been too, we need to exercise caution because it's choppy out there on around those bays, and the breezy conditions have gotten our Gulf wave heights from 2 to 4 feet, so slightly elevated. And here's the game plan. The expected rainfall, you can see we're dry Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday as well. And then we see Saturday into Sunday, that's when the change begins. So dry cold front comes through, keeps us cool and dry through Friday, right? Then we have our next big player. Our next big cold front will move through, and out ahead of it, we warm up big time. So get ready. We can warm up with a couple little sprinkles, a stray shower potentially, and most of us will be dry, and it'll be nice and dry for that children's, Gasparilla parade. But Sunday is the day you might want to do more of those outdoor activities. Plan to be more inside, because those are going to be that's going to be the day with our best chance for rain. Now, high temperatures. Look, everyone has been yelling at me, Amanda, turn up the heat. Why is it so cold in Florida? Well, we do that Saturday and Sunday. Then that front rolls through, and that's going to drop our temperatures back down heading into early next week. And you might be asking, well, why is this happening? Well, we know that these cold fronts are continuing to just help us to stay on the cooler side of things and not warm up very much. Now, that doesn't always happen, but heading into the next couple of days, we do see that we are projected to be below average temperature wise. So that's just a heads up and a look at your 7-day forecast. Look at this. We're going to be dry and sunny as well for today. And then we do see that by Friday, it's shaping up to be a picture perfect day. And we warm up just in time for the weekend to 74 for the children's Gasparilla parade. So fun for the kids, and only a stray shower possible there. Sunday, that's going to be our best shot at rain, and that rain is left over on Monday as well. Sarah?
Thank you, Amanda. I'm so prepared. I just got my kid's little pirate costume last night on the Amazon. Hopefully it'll come in not prepared. Most parents have their, moms, they prepare for these things. But, at least Amazon is here for us. Thank the good Lord. If you're going to be driving right now, we do have... Amazon can't help us out here. We do have some volume here along the roadways. I-4 is starting to see traffic building. Drivers going to be in for a tight ride right now, especially through portions of I-4 westbound as you're going to be getting from Lakeland into Hillsborough County. It really is just bad through portions of Plant City right now. But once you're getting past that area, it clears up. And then once you're approaching I-75, we start to see some delays as well from that area all the way up to that Selman connector. There is a travel advisory across the Sunshine Skyway Bridge right now because of wind. Getting a closer look at a couple of incidents we're following. Linebaugh Avenue at Williams Road, a crash in Hillsborough County, not far from the Veterans Expressway, although the Vets is moving very nicely north of Hillsborough this morning. 275 southbound moving a little slowly right now through Bush Boulevard and Hillsborough. And then that is a look at traffic. Caitlin, over to you.
All right, thanks, Sarah. New for you this morning, a healthcare retirement community in Venice is growing to help meet the demand for senior housing. Village on the